Hello and welcome to Year of the Green Wood Snake Libra. Year of the Yin Wood Snake begins on January 29th of 2025, lasting all the way through until February 16th of 2026. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. Now, snakes are mesmerizing and they're magnetic, showing a sensuously erotic style in their movement and also in their manner. You're not going to know exactly what the snake is thinking, and that's just how the serpent likes it. Also, if you want to be part of the show in Snake Year 2025, you've got to understand that the serpent is tremendously secretive, very secretive, furtive, presenting a poker face to the world at large, concealing a natural internal stimulation when it comes to dealings or circumstances with others. Snakes are stylishly animated creatures possessing a thrilling variety of elegant politeness, involving themselves with their day-to-day affairs. Now, snake does not by any means desire to allow you to see their own true feelings of eagerness. They don't want you to know how keen they are. Instead, snake wants you to consider that this enigmatic creature's serpentine temperament, the way they feel, is more distant and more remote. Kind of talk to the hand, that kind of thing. Being without any interest in what anyone else is thinking about them, they want you to think that they don't care what you think. But inside, they do. With that said, snake is actually a dreamy lover, bestowing loyalty and also ardor when it comes to amorous liaisons. Snakes have a tremendous capacity to attract riches and bring in treasures. Very, very good talents to have. Even though they are famous for sort of splurging their money and living, way beyond their means. No worries though, mate. Snake has such a marvelous storehouse of vocational skills that they have a magnificent aptitude for being able to restore the funds that they have misspent. So again, you don't need to worry about that. Now, indeed, employers love snakes' personality characteristics, having all of the endowments that they have that are things like having really good administrative skills. They have great ingenuity. They have wonderful leadership skills, and they have sound judgment. The serpent is also jovial and brave, which makes them good for the morale of underlings or colleagues. One of snake's most impressive elements is that they are just wonderfully psychic. They're clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. They have a telepathic sort of ESP. Snake can read people extremely well. So be attentive to this really acute awareness tool that resides deeply inside the serpent's arsenal. And it's a formidable arsenal at that. Yin Wood Snake is year of the green wood snake, because wood is associated with green in Chinese astrology. Yin feature makes her nurturing, cooler, mystifying, and comfortable in darkness or obscurity. So this is a yin year. There's a yang snake year, but this is a yin snake year, so it's a girl. So greenwood snakes particularly are flexible. Remember, they're feminine. They're entrenched in the ground, clever, sensible, realistic. The planet Venus, the beautiful luminous planet Venus, is significant during snake years, especially in Yin Wood Snake years, due to the Venusian yin element, with this celestial body imparting a seductive spirit on one hand and a poisonous makeup on the other. Just like medicine, if you have too much of it, it can be poisonous, but if you have just a therapeutic amount, then it's healing. It's the same thing. So Venus also gives this sort of kind of, too much might not be good, but it can be poisonous, but just enough can be medicinal. The energy of Venus. So Venus also gives snake the luminous facets of delight in the way they feel. So they have very wonderful feelings. They also have affectionate love. They're loving in a very warm way. They love nuptials. They're luxuriously beautiful, and they love luxury and lavish beauty, amiable contacts, synchronization, and relationships. They love all these kind of things. The guardian archangel of Venus is Hanael or Anael, having the heavenly quality of grace regarding the many facets of reflecting light that comprise the divinity. So it's a reflection. Venus is a reflection of the divinity, just like the morning star, Venus, that heralds the coming of the sun. Let's look at the fortunate gemstones, auspicious colors, and lucky numbers for Libra, as well as the advantageous talismans for Yin Wood Snake. Number 1, we've got astrology lucky charms for Libra. The scales during year of the Yin Wood Green Snake are as follows. For Libra's lucky gemstone, we have opal. We have the colors of vanilla, orange, and copper. Very important, the copper and vanilla, especially, and the orange in the Yin Greenwood Snake year. And the numbers are 1, 2, and 7. It's the lucky Libra numbers. Now keep that in mind as we get into Yin Wood Snake lucky charms. And after we give you those, we're going to give you the specifics, all the specificity about the colors and the numbers. So stay tuned for that. So the gemstones for Green Snake that are very, very fortunate are opal, just like Libra. Okay. Almandine garnet, reddish shades of amber, green shades of cat's eye, udiolite, red or yellow shades of fire agate, heliotrope, azurite, rainbow fluorite, ruby, yellow and black. And so we have a ruby, that's lucky, but we also have something called septaria, and that's because it's serpentine. It has a serpent-like pattern about it. Okay, so the colors you can use in a green snake year, we're speaking specifically about green snake years, are yellow, black, and gray patterns of septaria. So keep that in mind. The colors that are, of course, very auspicious for the green snake year is green, obviously, for health and organic growth. Very, very, very healthy, vim and vigor, well-being. Yellow for kindness, plenty, and constancy. Black for insight, acumen, and inscrutability, and profundity. As well as red for delight, festivity, and brilliant luck. Now, we are going to get into the lucky number for the Yin Wood Snake. The Yin Wood Snake's lucky numbers are 2, 8, and 9. For the color specifics, Yin Wood Snake, pink just rubs Wood Snake the wrong way because she fancies rougher colors and rougher textures. Purple is a joker in the deck of chances in life that can bring either dangers or blessings. So purple means jokers are wild. Also, in a like way, silver, likewise, is precarious and capricious. And purple can also, again, make you think of conspiracies or schemes. And silver makes you not know what's going to happen. Where gray, on the other hand, is soothing for Wood Snake. Azure is otherworldly and also mystical and wondrous for Wood Snake, adding an arcane glimmering shard. During Greenwood Snake year, colors you should avoid are white due to its minimalism and transparency. So just don't overuse white because wood snakes are creatures that like complexity and lives in the dirt or in the waters of the earth, hidden in the underground tunnels. Also, shun gold as far as showing it. You don't, you can hold on to your gold, if you have your treasure, but you want to not. You don't want to show it off or display it too much in a green snake year because wood snake likes more concealment of riches. Very important. Now, in addition, stay away from kind of dull browns since wood snake likes a soupçon more sparkle when she does show up. So remember, she likes that copper. She likes the shiny, shiny copper. Like the planet Venus, copper is the alchemical metal of Venus, so you can't go wrong with copper. So very good for copper in the green snake year. Green is also a color of Venus, and we're talking about the Kabbalistic associations for alchemy. Now, the Yin Wood Snake number specifics. Green snake auspicious number combinations are 28, 29, and 89. Furthermore, wood snake numbers to avoid are 1, 6, and 7. So remember, you want to check out all the numbers for Libra, and you want to make sure that you use the ones that are not going to be difficult in a green snake year, and do use the ones, the numbers and the colors that are going to be extra wonderful in a green snake year. All right. So we have the Chinese zodiac animal sign compatibility. What does snake love? Snake loves rooster. Snake loves ox. Snake very much likes monkey. Snake likes snake. Snake likes horse. Snake likes dragon, and snake likes goat. Now, goat is like sheep. Sheep and goat are same in Chinese astrology. So you hear us refer to sheep and goat. Sheep is also sometimes said as being goat in Chinese astrology. And it's not like Capricorn. Ox is like Capricorn. So understand, it's a time of year. All right, so goat, snake loves sheep or goat. Okay, well, sorry. Snake likes sheep or goat. Snake loves rooster and ox, and very much likes monkey. Okay, so snake does not like rabbit. Snake does not like dog. And snake does not like rat or pig, and snake hates tiger. Now, you are, Libra, a dog, okay? That is your Chinese association. So what you got to understand is that if you and snake don't really care for each other that much, you don't need to be worried about it, because snake's the type that'll just stay away. So if you don't want to, get into a rough and roll tuckus with a snake, then what you want to do is just not be around them. And snake is like Taurus. Just don't be around them, and they won't want to be around you. And you just sort of do what you got to do, but don't hang around too much. Okay, that's the way to deal with it, because snake is going to come around and maybe be a little more precarious for those that snake likes or loves. So, because snake is snake, and snakes they're going to go according to their nature. They're going to circle around, and they're going to squeeze, and they might even give you a little nibble once in a while, a little bite. So you want to, and it could be poisonous. So you want to make sure that if you don't have to be too concerned if snake doesn't like you. Be more concerned if snake does like you. Okay, so that's how that goes. And also you want to keep in mind that where is your sun sign? Where is your moon sign? Where is your rising sign? Where are all the planets? Where is your ascendant, your rising sign? These things all play a very important role. And so every person is like a sphinx, all right? So a person's like a sphinx, therefore you're dealing with all of the characteristics of a person, but it's very helpful to know these general things, and it's fun to know them, and then it helps you go, okay, I see this now. What about my sun sign? What about my moon sign, and all of that? So it's actually really good to know. It's a lot of fun, Chinese astrology. So Libra cardinal air personality during Yin Wood Snake year. You'll sharpen your instincts, develop your sixth sense, as well as intensify your ideas and judgments in Green Snake year. At the same time, other people will find both your approach and your persona exceptionally powerful within the transit of the verdant serpent. You are certain to keep your share of important secrets to yourself and your confidants, to then sort of shrewdly dispense deep fakes to doubtful individuals. You can give doubtful individuals some very deep fakes, because you got secrets that you can keep, that you're supposed to keep, and you will, and you can even, be very good at deep fakes. So understand that, okay? So you're going to be very useful to those that are in clandestine operations. Very important. Your innate practicality in executive processes keeps you easily believable, and thus able to maneuver events to the benefit of your agenda as you see fit. Because you have your agenda, and anybody that thinks thinks, oh, that's not anything to worry about, this, you have an agenda, and you have power, and also you have certain sort of double agent capacities. So people, are easy to fool. But for those that aren't easy to fool, you can still fool them if you need to for your job. Now, your strength of mind becomes a force to be reckoned with in Yin Wood Snake year. With that said, your admirers find Libra's animal magnetism and good looks to be extremely captivating, okay? And that is within the course of this zodiacal transit as well, even if you keep most of your ironclad toughness and profound opinions under the radar and hidden from your followers. This gives you the capacity to operate more freely in the world, and then afterwards to inspire supporters to implement your policies, because others can implement your policies. You are very much the power behind the throne, so to speak. Your long-held opinions and ethical stances on significant matters in life become honed when green serpentine energies mingle with your Libra brain power. When difficult circumstances arise, Libra's determination to stay true to your most deeply held perceptions and values are not going to sway. Even if those around you want you to change your point of view on one of your perspectives. Moreover, you'll have greater confidence and an increasing amount of hope, as well as fulfillment of your everyday existence, which is sure to inspire those lucky enough to be in your company, because people do love to be in your company, and those that are indeed fortunate because you are indeed powerful. You'll really be at your best and your happiest when spending time at get-togethers with friends and family, or conversing with colleagues. You'll also want to take a pause from completely unilateral ideas once in a while in Green Snake year. And while doing so, you can gain satisfaction from considering the opposite sides of every topic that concerns you the most. Now, Libra's place in the Jade Emperor Zodiac race. Now, stay tuned, because we're going to get to the lessons and the blessings after we talk about your place in the Jade Emperor's race, how Libra and Dog came in that race, their place in the race, and how the Jade Emperor thought about that. Stay tuned, because the very important for you to understand, imperative that you understand the lessons and the blessings coming to you in Green Snake year. So just a moment for that. But regarding Libra's place in the great race of the Jade Emperor for the Zodiac, when the Western astrology sign of Libra corresponds with Chinese Zodiac animal of Dog, legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the Zodiac wheel. Now, Dog came in 11th place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Dog was considered a good athlete who could run, jump, and swim well, and therefore the Jade Emperor's race for placement on the Chinese Zodiac could have been easily won. So the Dog could have been one of the ones that we would consider would be someone that could very easily have come in first place. Okay, so why did Dog finish in 11th out of 12 places on the astrology wheel? Why? Because Dog's got a lot of talents, okay? Man's best friend and all that. So, and Dog's athletic, Dog's clever, Dog's cute. Dog can do so many things. Dog has so many wonderful attributes. So why did Dog finish 11th? Well, Dog finished just one above last place because of a tendency to pamper himself and have fun playing in the water, allowing a day of enjoyment while in the river rather than pushing himself into a frenzied competition. Having a pleasant day was more important to Dog than winning, and so he gleefully completed the race at his own good pace. So Dog doesn't get so upset to be in first place like everybody else. Dog would rather enjoy his life, his or her life, and Dog would rather, have, once the life is enjoyed, then the other things come after that. But winning does not take precedent over well-being. For Dog, well-being is more important. And indeed, that's a very good way to live. That's a very good way to live. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Because if you're not in good shape and you're frenzied to be in first place, and then you get first place and you have a job to do, well, you might not do it so well if you're all frenzied and worried about competition. Whereas if you're an amiable person and you're relaxed and you're in a state of well-being, your decisions are going to lead to conditions of well-being instead of conditions of being frenzied. Now, Libra the Scales year of the Yin Wood Snake lesson. The lesson we promised you. Libra, just like Dog, is jovial, beguiling, fashionable, and persuasive. The main test of Green Snake year, Libra, is that after you have gotten to what you feel is the practical and realistic core of a situation, an idea or a question with which you or others are concerned, you will not want to keep digging into the multitudinous and cavernous depths of such considerations to locate any further mysteries or answers. Although it might be helpful to both you and those around you, it is highly probable that you will agree to keep spending your time investigating any one subject over and over to get to the solutions that are outside of what you think to be the foundation of concrete reality. So, you kind of already know why things happen, but you'll go ahead and maybe go ahead and talk about these things, but stick with your core belief, because you know what's going on. And you know a lot more than a lot of people think you know. And remember the double agent scenario. Now, Libra, the scales year of the Yin Wood Snake blessing. The blessings come from heaven from the Jade Emperor. Expect to be in demand with the transit of Green Snake year, since your capabilities of sustaining pleasant conditions. Here we go with the pleasant conditions for you and everybody else, both professionally and personally with others, proves to be very fruitful and to your liking. It's important to get along with other people, and you do. The Emerald Viper exalts you with a superior aptitude to read people when it comes to their emotions, including your developing a high magnitude of extrasensory perception. Since such types of psychic talents even gives you the aptitude to see into their mental ideations and projections. With this sort of inner knowing, it becomes easy for you to move situations, people, and events into excellent outcomes, as well as to keep everyone involved happy and in very, very good spirits. And that's where Libra shines. Chinese zodiac animal of snake corresponds with the Western astrology sign of Taurus. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Snake came in 6th place in this ancient competition. You see, the Jade Emperor was very pleased. He was very happy as he saw Snake finish the race, because he thought that Snake was a very intelligent creature, very akamai. The Jade Emperor was observing how Snake cunningly traveled behind Horse and then rushed through the flora, covering the countryside, thus startling Horse to rear up on his hind legs to make a loud, scared Horse's neighing sound. While Horse was stunned, Snake glided through the meadow and finished the race in 6th place. So, because of Snake's craftiness, Snake placed higher than Horse in the Jade Emperor's great race, even though Horse is built for speed and racing, while Snake is not. This proves that there are many varying and unexpected attributes that often lead long shots to victory in any contest. Now, Yin Wood Snake attributes. Green Wood Snake is weird, and there is just no other way to put it. There is an inexperienced and a new quality about Green Snake that is very stylish and also very interesting to all that behold her. She might spill her proverbial guts in conversation and propel herself forward in life if she is using her entrails to thrust her along the path. Green Snake has a twisting nature that can be sarcastic. The verdant serpent moves, sounds, and tones, is a muffled beat of a drum, having an annoying attribute of a younger sibling that drops valuable items to the dismay of her older sisters and brothers. Green Snake has features of aquatic internal organs, also cells, and the early summertime attributes of the fetus and the placenta. Although Yin Green Snake can be abortive occasionally due to the constrictive nature of Yin frequencies that are mostly nurturing, still, this is a situation where Yin has the restrictive nature, but it also has the nature where things can be cultivated. Such Yin energies are once in a while too cold and too resting to be capable of mustering up the fiery strength of Yang element's vim and vigor that is often necessary to complete the task of pushing what is coming forth all the way through into manifestation, requiring more time in the darkness of the universal womb. With that said, fire is the fixed element of Snake in general, and therefore some oomph is available during Yin Wood green snake year to provide much follow-through to Mother Nature's birthing process. In a like manner, snake has the association of the first quarter moon, which is a waxing half moon, to add to the increasing of the moonlight to the magic of delivering that which is coming into the light of materialization. While pondering the intrinsic measures of nurturing versus abortive frequencies relating to green Yin Wood Snake year, consider that excessive red-hot yang factor energies from the other elemental years can be overly abortive. Keep that in mind. Green snake of wood and yin elements possesses universal snake qualities. On the positive side, snake is known to be habitually remote, overtly, while covertly adoring the thrills that you bring to their lives. Moreover, snake is a considerate sentient being capable of tranquility and hope. In snake, you will find a sympathetic ear. The serpent is fun because of having a shroud of inscrutability covering their actions and a smart gaming attribute to keep you guessing. You won't know where, when, or how snake is approaching, since the serpent is hushed to a quiet hiss, yet ambitious and spirited. On the negative side, snake is notorious for being sycophantic or toadying, disagreeing, bleak, unsmiling, and green with envy. This brings us to the green wood snake elements. Adding yin into the mix makes snake awfully prone to constriction and keeping to oneself, granting everyone a phase during which anyone that needs it can tend to their own needs without an overabundance of extroversion. Also, snakes' fixed natures are yin, which is feminine, and fire, which is masculine, affording pleasant balance to one another. Greenwood snake adds some raw kindling material and fuel to the serpent's fire, which when green branches go ablaze, they produce much smoke. They develop a smoky atmosphere. Therefore, when you see a signal, you can be sure that there is a fire at the core, though an inexpert green, unproven, and innocent attitude, which will stifle the flames from getting out of control. Yin Wood Snake advice. During green wood snake year of yin element, be conscious to be gentle amid the way and force the power with which you pursue your dreams and aspirations. You must be mindful because you will be using every morsel of energy and verve that you have stored within your viscera, which will be less than you had in the preceding year of the dragon. You must build your strength in green snake year, and that might demand that you give yourself some deliberate days and nights to pamper and restore yourself. Enjoy some stillness, silence, and self-healing moments. Yin Wood Snake influence. In green wood snake of yin element year, people with less experience could become annoying to you and begin to really get on your nerves. In light of this fact, people will wish to involve themselves in the practices of patience, inner peace, introspection, contemplation, yoga, or meditation. In previous years before leading up to Green Snake Year, you may have been trying to really expand and push out beyond the limitations of your perceived envelope of reality. Now in Yin Wood Snake Year, you will feel much more comfortable to curl up into a fetal position and really go inward to heal yourself and to heal your overspent internal organs. Very important. You should, however, not constrict yourself too much. Don't pull in too much. You will be reminding yourself and others in your charge to stretch out your stomach and your abdomen, to include breathing methodically and relaxing into a state of well-being. Now we move along to take a look at the year of the snake that repeats every 12 years. Okay, it repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while year of the Yin Wood Snake repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2025, 2085, 2145, 2205, 2265, and 2325. Year of the Snake repeats again every 12 years, Yin Wood Snake every 60 years. You kind of start all over again every 60 years. Now, Greenwood Yin Snake year of 2025 on the Gregorian calendar, it overlaps with higher counts, both ancient and modern traditional Chinese calendars. Ancient sources, the Chinese year 2025 and 2025 will be 7,245 Chinese year. Some calendars say there's 6,000 years. Some calendars say, they have all these different cultures with all these different counts. When the Chinese, it's 7,245, well beyond 6,000. Okay, now modern sources, the Chinese year in 2025 will be, according to the modern sources, 4,722 Chinese year. So the most ancient traditional sources, maybe the secret sources, say 7,245. Well, the modern sources, the public sources, the ones they want you to know about, 4,722 Chinese years. I'll go with the traditional ancient sources myself. Comparative cultural astrology and New Year's celebrations. Traditional Chinese zodiac places Rat, which associates with Sagittarius in the Western astrology system at the beginning. That's November 22nd to December 21st. And Pig, which associates with Scorpio at the ending, October 23rd to November 22nd of the astrological wheel. It is intriguing to notice that the Chinese zodiac splits its beginning and ending between Rat Sagittarius and Pig Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is located. And I'm sure on some of your meanderings through studying astrology, you probably come across and up against the 13th zodiac sign of the serpent bearer, okay? Ophiuchus. Now, regarding that, Ophiuchus is often called, again, the 13th zodiac sign. It's equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans consider the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October, Halloween, as actually being their new year, also being a lunar calendar. With that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of the Western zodiac, which is Aries, with dragon, okay? And Pisces, the tail of the Western astrology, with rabbit. Rabbit and Pisces are the same. Dragon and Aries are the same. Again, and rabbit and Pisces are the same. It's also fascinating to comprehend that there are in many cultures more than one New Year's celebratory festivals. Now, Yin Wood Snake year is formed from the attributes of being the second heavenly stem of Yin Wood, gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities, and the 6th earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. Key words for Yin Wood Snake year, the Chinese word Yi, principal and supportive meanings are fish guts, second book or person, ethyl group, twist, to twist, okay, a developing plant, the gill bone of a fish, might be sarcastic, moving sound or tone, so it's a moving sound or tone, muffled drumbeat, out of the ordinary, strange, unusual, stylish, and interesting, strange, odd, weird, or to be less than, to be younger than. And to be a younger sibling, to drop something such as an annoying younger person dropping a rock on your surfboard, which I did when I was a small child, which annoyed my babysitter's son. So he took the rock from my hand and gave it back to me after we got back to the house. I didn't do it on purpose, of course. I must have been tired from swimming in the ocean and being in the sunshine all day. So you understand, that's the kind of annoying youngster that we're talking about. And is the second heavenly stem of 10. So in our adult years, we can be remember that we have done things like this in our youth, when we were children, annoying things. And when people that are younger than us do annoying things, remember that we did it too. Okay. We are now going to go over the Chinese word of Si, S-I. Now that's the other element of this Yin Green Wood Snake year. Si's principal and supportive meanings are this, actually this, the word this, okay? Snake, okay? Fetus, placenta, cell, the moon's coming forth stage, the sixth earthly branch of 12 earthly branches or animal zodiac signs. So you see how this works. You've heard a lot about abortion versus birth, the year leading up to Snake Year, and a lot about weird, younger women and odd and strange people and men that are odd or strange or, you know, and stylish. You know, this is all just about the Chinese year that comes up. A year before, you're going to hear these words being used. And then when the Chinese year comes, then you'll understand how that it's just talking about, it's just preparing you for the upcoming Chinese year. Okay, that's all it's doing. It's preparing you for the upcoming Chinese year. Every year it's done. Every year it's done. Now, Yin Wood Green Snake is the fourth lunar month, occupying the Chinese month corresponding with the Gregorian calendar of May 6th to 7th to June 5th. Signifies the morning from 9 to 11 a.m. 9 to 11 is the snake year. And 9/11 happened during a snake year. Understand that. Okay? And it's the very early summer and the first quarter moon or waxing half moon phase. It's important to note here that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. The 10 qualities are comprised of the characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the wood dragon being the Yang Wood Dragon year. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang, characteristics of the 5 Chinese elementals. Now we're going to talk about the primary guardian angels for Yin Wood Snake year. Going to get into the angelic beings, the angelic frequencies, and how to invoke and how to deal and work with the angelic frequencies. Okay? Primary guardian angels for Yin Wood Snake year. The Chinese zodiac animal sign of snake is a fire creature. This is due to the fire element being the fixed factor of the serpent in Chinese astrology. Now, of course, yin is a water element, and it's a yin year, but the snake itself is a fire creature and its fixed nature. Immediately, this fact brings to mind the Abrahamic religious theology designations pertaining to the angelic realms. In fact, the highest order of angels is the Seraphim. Indeed, Seraph means burning one or fiery serpents. These Seraphim or fiery serpents are said to be the color of copper. The color of copper. Okay? And also poisonous. Okay, they're poisonous. Also, with both of these attributes of copper and poisonous being associated with the planet Venus and the Chinese zodiac animal sign of snake. So alchemically, it's Venus, copper, you understand, and poisonous. There's a healing aspect of Venus and a poisonous aspect, like any medicine. Seraph or Seraph, it's S-A-R-A-P-H or S-E-R-A-P-H, appears being the singular, while Seraphim indicates the plural. Seraphim possesses wings or hands, being 6 in number. Indeed, these are 6 influences relating to 6 specific tones or voices that are sung or spoken for the purpose of seeing or taking care of the deity. So the Seraphim they see to or take care of the deity. They have 6 specific tones, 6 arms. That's their voices. Okay? In Isaiah 6, that's chapter 6, verses 1 to 3 in the Webster Bible translation. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and elevated, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one cried to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. End of quote from Isaiah. The archangel corresponding to fire in Western ceremonial magic is Michael or Michael. Furthermore, for the aspect of wood, there is no specific Western corresponding elemental feature for the Chinese facet of wood. Therefore, we can approximate the most appropriate angelic forces and the most appropriate angelic power of the traditional archangels that will be powerful to evoke during Greenwood Snake year. So we're going to give them to you now. Firstly, regarding the fiery serpents being the fixed snake element of fire, consider that fire generates earth from burning wood, as ash, which becomes part of the soil, is formed from smoldering timber. Secondly, trees are said to be the lungs of the earth, and hence the element of air is an association that is useful during a wood snake year, especially in a green snake one. Therefore, with these various connections in mind, we shall proceed to reveal the best elemental archangels to evoke in green wood snake year. Regarding fire, the archangel of fire is Michael or Michael, which burns wood to create earth. The archangel Uriel represents earth in the Western ceremonial magical system, and Uriel is actually an illuminated seraphim. This is not, though, an earth year. Instead, green snake is a generative year which creates the next earth year from the burning of wood to create ash and the soil or earth. On the subject of air, the archangel of air is Raphael, being the archangel of all of the air signs in the Western system of magic. Regarding the component of yin, which is associated with water, elemental archangel, the elemental archangel of air is Raphael, being the archangel of all the air signs in the Western system of magic. Regarding the component of yin, which is associated with water, elemental archangel of water is Gabriel. While some ancient sources list the seraphim as having rather obscure angelic names, which do not include the 4 key Western archangels, some more modern sources mention the names of the seraphim as being Ariel, Azrael, Chamuel, Gabriel, Hanael, Metatron, Michael, and Seraphia. Western zodiac sign of Taurus, which corresponds to the Chinese zodiac sign of Snake, is an earth sign, being fixed earth. Taurus corresponding to Snake gives us Snake's fixed alchemical constituent of fire in Chinese astrology, like we have said previously, and Taurus gives us another double dose of grounding earth to intensify the yin principle already in play, with earth and water relating to yin, while air and fire relate to the yang constituent. Snake years occur in early summer, and so since that's the case, since it's early summer in the Chinese zodiac system, Archangel Michael's element of fire is further strengthened, made more potent. Therefore, in summary, the elemental archangels that are beneficial to evoke for Yin Wood Snake year are the archangels Gabriel for yin component and for Taurus, Uriel and Raphael for wood element, and Michael or Michael once more for early summertime aspects. In fact, you may focus upon all of the seraphim during Green Snake year. The zodiac Angel Asmodel for Taurus, the bull, which is heir of earth, is fixed earth sign, is another guardian angel to call upon during Yin Wood Snake transit. The secondary guardian angels for Yin Wood Snake year, the planetary archangel, which associates with Taurus being the Western astrology correspondence for a year of the snake, is the angelic ruler of Venus, the planet Venus. Archangel is sort of, you can say archangel, but in this case, Venus's archangel is the Seraphim, Hanael. So that's very important. Awareness of both the Western and the Eastern astrology associations is very helpful for our process and for our understanding of how the Chinese and the Western blend in together, and how the angels and the seraphim are incorporated, and how a lot of the Jewish culture came from the Chinese culture, such as the 8 characters in the Noah's Ark story are exactly the 8 trigrams in the I Ching, with one of the daughters being lake and all of that. Okay? That's how it works. So it's directly related. That's why there's all these associations, and it's easy to make. Venus archangel is a Seraphim Hanael. Awareness of both Western and Eastern astrology association is something that it's not only helpful, but I think at this point in our studies, it's essential. There are many books on the subject of how you can fit together the Kabbalah and the Tao. Yeah? Now, call upon guardian archangel Hanael of Venus for matters of love, romance, friendships, increasing well-being and creature comforts, beauty, growing various aesthetic or edible plants, sustaining physical usefulness, having to do with copper and alchemy. That's interesting. Copper is what you use in alchemy, and you make alchemical products using monatomic copper if you want to work on your usefulness. Okay? Creativity, performance art, and synchronization. Earth and celestial angelic coordinates for Yin Wood Snake year. If you want to know what are the coordinates for both the Earth and the celestial angelic coordinates, first during the snake year, during year of the Yin Wood Snake, first I'm going to give you the Earth coordinates of the elemental guardian angels, because the guardian angels, where they're located on the Earth, because of the winds, is not the same as in the heavens that are there because of the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. Now, again, moving into the Earth coordinates of elemental guardian angels on the Earth. In the north, elemental archangel of Earth is Uriel. And in the east, elemental archangel of air is Raphael. In the south, elemental archangel of fire is Michael or Michael. In the west, elemental archangel of water is Gabriel. Also, the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian archangels. The north, elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. So in the celestial coordinates, the north is water and Gabriel. In the east, for the celestial coordinates, it's the elemental archangel of fire, Michael. In the south, the elemental archangel of earth, Uriel. And for celestial, in the west, elemental archangel of air is Raphael. So that's the directions for the earth first, which is different, and then the heavens. Again, because on the earth it's based on the winds and the quality of the wind. And in the heavens it's based on the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. Fortunate compass directions. This is very important. Your fortunate compass directions for a year of the Yin Wood Snake finds lucky fortune, journeying eastward to rise with the sun, while westward brings precise, finely drawn sorcery. And the southwestward allows for perception and ability to increase your holdings. During Yin Wood Snake year, avoid adventuring northeastward, since this direction veers away from the easterly dawning sun. In addition to shunning the northwestward compass positions, because this direction has too many bumps in the road for wood snake, and also deviates from greeting the elevating of the first light of the sun. Those are very important, because what's going on with the sun is very important, especially in this type of a snake year. Also, the yin feminine elements in this yin wood green snake year, the yin constituent is feminine. It is night, cold, water, wet, inner, passive, indifferent, constricting, soft, and ventral, the belly side. Okay. Wood snake year, elegantly animated for the wood portion. Elegantly animated, charmingly mobile, respectful, refined, blasé mood to cover a clandestine notice. They'll notice you, but they'll pretend to not care, but they actually are noticing. Very important. Persistent, committed, zealous, idealistic, rich, wonderful, extravagant in the short term, resilient, trustworthy in the long term, imaginative, organizer skills, valor, daring, elation, psychic, robust, certainty for lawmaking. So you're going to have a lot of very potent certainty and assuredness and certitude for making laws. Yielding, flattering, smooth talking, contradictory, sometimes desperate, expressionless, and spiteful. Okay. Fixed snake element of fire, because snake is fixed fire element. When you have a snake here, it's always fixed element is fire inside the snake, but on the outside it's wood, green, and yin because of the constituents of the particular year when it ends in a 5. Okay, so the snake, adding to the snake's inner fire, that's a fixed element, you have these yin things and the wood things we just talked about, these constituents. But now, only to talk about this fire, the fixed snake element of fire, we have yang. We have activity, intensifying power is seething, brewing, budding, and conductive. Summer, south, Mars, red, tremendous good fortune and romance in general. Searing heat, symbols of the great emperor and the vermilion bird. Have you seen a movie with a vermilion bird? It's because of snake year. Characteristics are dominion, abhorrence, yearning, bliss, hopefulness, and designer labels. Internal organs include the heart, the cardiovascular system, your pulses, your triple heater, your tongue, and your small intestines. Those are the things you want to be paying attention to during this Yin Wood Green Snake year. Now, general snake associations: Yin, early summer, fire, Venus, Taurus, as we mentioned, because it's the same as snake and Taurus are the same. The orchid, and we have an orchid here, the camellia, cactus, the 4th month on the Chinese lunar calendar, and the 2nd trine of early summer. There are 5 elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, and also earth, water. So we got fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Those are the 5 Chinese elements. In Chinese astrology, we have generating cycles as well as controlling cycles. So first I'm going to give you the generating cycles. Water generates wood as rain nourishes a tree. Wood generates fire in the way that burning wood creates fire. Fire generates earth as ash, which becomes part of the soil, is formed from burned wood. Earth generates metal as metal ore is mined from the earth, mined and gotten from the earth. Important. It'd be interesting to look at what happens to mining stocks in snake year. Interesting. Also, Chinese astrology controlling cycles. Fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. This is the circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance the 5 elements in Chinese astrology. Also, there are associations with each of these 5 elements and characteristics of the body and the human experience. So in fire, we have joy, heat, bitter, and the tongue is involved. In earth, we have worry, dampness, sweet, and mouth. In metal, we have grief, dry, pungent, and the nose. In water, we have fear, cold, salty, and ears. In wood, we have anger, wind, sour, and the eyes. To calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice, and you'll have the Chinese New Year. Information found in the documents that's attached in the description box and in this presentation on the oral tradition that's from the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you so much for joining us. And join us again for our next installment. And be sure to check out not only our yearly Chinese astrology, but also monthly, because each month has a Chinese zodiac animal. And we're doing each animal each month within the year. We've been doing it for several years now, so we have a lot of them, so go check them out. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you soon.